Alright, we're back. I peed. Sorry about that. I know some of you guys are watching this stuff live. What am I going to say? Look, when it comes to YouTube, I suck. I don't give a damn about it. Look, when you're trying to hike over 2,000 miles and you do some shit like that on your podcast and you piss, I don't give a damn. Look, my job is to hike, not to do podcast. I'm just trying to fill you guys in. So if you look at me and you say, what is this guy's professionalism? Hey, at least I cut the damn thing off. I could have just kept talking while I was pissing or whatever. I don't care. I should have probably done that. But anyway, screw you if you're into this damn podcast stuff. I'm all about the damn hiking. This is to fill my family in. This is to fill people in who are interested in this. I don't give a damn about professionalism and that stuff. Look, the deal's live. What do I gotta say? Everything I do on here is live. If it's not live, I tell you, I try to record this thing. I try to do it live. I didn't have... Done. Look, like I said, the Mexican food here was actually good, believe it or not. It wasn't like it was in Texas, but they did hook it up on the margarita. And by the way, I want to talk about this. It is Devil's Backbone, and I stayed at their brewery, what was that, 2-3 nights ago. They had it going on. You know what? I was in this spot. I wasn't even planning on going by there. I was supposed to go a little further down to the shelter. I was going to ignore the brewery. Why? Well, because Giggles drinks enough beer already. Why I got to go into a damn brewery and mess my hike up? Well, there was a stream that wasn't any good that was supposed to be on AWOLs. It was dry. Everything's dry here. Not really. I mean, most of the springs are doing good except this one. So I called up the brewery. I said, look, you got to help me out. I was supposed to have water here. There's no water. They said, look, we'll send someone for you. We'll pick you up in a few minutes. They did. Nothing going on at the brewery except me and maybe 4 other people. I go in there and I have me 4 beers and I had, I don't know, 3 meals, something like that. You know how it is. You get a burger, you get some kale salad, something to pump you up. And then you say, you know what, I'm going to go get, give me, I don't know, whatever the second meal is, whether it be another hamburger or, I can't remember what I had. I ate a lot of food, drank a lot of good beer. Now, here's the deal with Devil's Backbone. They're known all across the trail. Look, I see their hats, Devil's Backbone hats on all the northbounders. I'm looking in Maine and New Hampshire. Oh, I got to hit Devil's Backbone up. Look, they're an alright brewery. In fact, their Vienna lager here won the, what is it, the World National, hell, I don't know. If it wasn't the one in the damn Denver, Colorado, it was the other one. Whatever, they won the big award. The problem is, if it's a problem, they got bought out by InBev. And InBev is the world's largest brewery corporation. They own Anheuser-Busch, which is the largest brewery in the United States, and a bunch more. Well, they're buying up these small breweries, and these guys knew it was happening. They said, all right, we'll do the deal, but for 2 years, you got to keep us on, and by the way, you can't mess up our brews, because that's why you bought us. And their Vienna lager is the shit. I love Vienna lagers, and it's almost as good as Negro Modelo, which is probably the best Vienna lager on earth. It's close. So, they got this cool facility. Part of the reason why is that part of Virginia, which is, let me look it up, so I can tell you where this brewery is. 3 Ridges, and I don't know the town. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But in this town, there's a ski resort. Why the hell you'd want to ski in Virginia, don't ask me. But they got ski resorts in Virginia. Uh-oh. There we go. And so they have year-round people. I just hope Anheuser-Busch doesn't screw the damn thing up in a year or two. And if they do, screw their ass. You know what? There's a reason Americans like good brew. It's because we used to brew we used to brew it ourselves. Enough about the brew. They saved me. I went there, ate them up, and then tried to go over Priest Mountain, but I said, you know what? It's 65 degrees, and I don't want to hike over a mountain and it get dark on me. So I'm going to stay here. I took a nap in a beautiful shelter right before the mountain. I hiked up that sucker yesterday, and it was a beast. It wasn't as bad as anything in, I don't know, up north, but it was just 3,000 feet up. It's 3,000 feet up. Now, once you're up there, it's beautiful. And then I came down, and here I am, drinking beer with you today. And now what I'm looking at, what I want to talk to you about now is weather. Because it's been beautiful this last week. Let me tell you, it's been highs in the 60s, lows in the lower 40s. That's down, 1,000, 2,000 feet. Now up on the mountains, you can subtract about 7 degrees. So it's still been beautiful up there. Look, 55 when you're hiking and you're going up a hill is the perfect temperature because you're in shorts, you're in short sleeves, and you're still sweating. You go up that sucker. You get up on top of the mountain. You put your jacket on because you cool down while you're looking at the views. You put your gloves on. Then you walk down the thing. It's been great. But it is December. And in about a week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, we got a good trough coming through. And what that means is a low pressure. And low pressure means cold. And we got an Arctic blast coming. Now, I've looked at this, and I got good news, and that is Virginia has some very tall mountains, and I'm in basically the middle of Virginia right now, AT trail-wise. And what we have coming up is actually most of it below 3,000 feet, or at least below 4,000 feet, what I'm looking at now. I got one 4,000 footer coming up. And I hope to be in Daleville before this big bad boy comes in. And then after that, well, looking at this thing, I don't have anything over 3,000 feet. Maybe just a little bit. So I'm going to keep hiking on, even though, it's highs in the 40s and lows around the low 20s. So basically subtract 7 to 9 on that, depending on my elevation. Look, I'm going to be all right, assuming we come out of this snap. And then what I'm really interested in is Southern Virginia. We have some really pretty high peaks. Catawba, Virginia, yeah. I don't know if you guys know about Catawba worms. Back home, that means catfishing. And the catfish love them. Yeah, I'm good in Virginia. So screw this weather. We're going to keep on hiking. And we're going to be warm because we got good gear. We know how to start a fire. And, we got enough beer and all that to keep us warm. So, I'm really looking at getting down to North Carolina and my friends down in Hot Springs. I'm looking at Kat and Sam. I'm thinking maybe New Year's. I talked to Spills in Tennessee, who I didn't realize, but is probably further south than they are, because she's from Southern Tennessee. So I'm hoping to see her in the Smokies, and so I figure I'll see her by, I don't know, maybe a week later or so. So it looks like I'm going to see my friends in probably January, and I'm really hoping to have maybe sort of a fest or something with my friends Sam and Kat. Maybe we can have a little party or something for New Year's, assuming I can make it on time. It'll give me something good to look forward to. Sam's been shooting me some country music. It reminds me a lot of that old Americana stuff. Kind of reminds me of some Jayhawks and maybe some Sun Volt, that sort of stuff. So he has an interesting sound to him. I've been shooting him back some stuff. It's good just to hear some good new country music. Keep it up, Sam. I want to hear what you listen to. I want to send you some stuff. Other than it hadn't been a lot since Waynesboro. Oh, I will tell you this. I've seen some flip-floppers. I told you about the one a little north of Waynesboro last, 2 times ago. I saw a couple yesterday finishing up the next day. A couple with a dog. They had rings all in their noses and cheeks. They were a little weird looking. But I asked the guy, I stopped and I said, "Are you guys through hikers?" He said, "Yeah, we're finishing up. You must be southbound." I said, "Yes, sir. My name's Giggles." And he said, "Yeah, we're finishing up our flop. And we've had the biggest adventure we've ever had, and we're enjoying the hell out of it." And I don't remember their names, but it was just good to get a little bit of that. I was reading through the log books recently, and a lot of the southbounders are getting nervous, I suppose, that there's not anybody behind them. Well, you can always look at who's ahead of you on the log books, but you never can see who's behind you. So there's probably someone behind me, although that I say that I am probably the last Sobo, other than some crazy nuts, But I'm reading these guys. They're a week or two ahead of me, and I'm thinking, hell yeah, I'm behind you, man. So I called 2 of them up because I had their number, and I let them know, and I haven't heard back from them, but I let them know, look, Giggles is on your damn tail. Don't worry, keep going southbound and keep rocking it. Look, the further south I get, the better it is. I was 3 weeks ago up in Harper's Ferry. It got down to 15. Now I'm down here. Put another 300 miles in front of me, and who knows where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in the south. And like I said, over and over again, I'm thinking it's going to be La Nina. If it's not La Nina, it's damn good. They're going to be a neutral. And if you don't follow the southern flow of the Pacific, well, you probably should, because it makes a big deal to the weather across this continent. Now, my question is, what the heck's going to happen with those polar vortices, right? Now, I haven't studied that yet, but if anybody knows what's going on with the polar vortices, give me a holler, because I want to know. I don't want that stuff coming down south. I want to keep that stuff above the Arctic Circle, but it's looking good so far. I mean, 60 degrees and like lows in the 30s, even up in the mountains, going through the Blue Ridge ain't bad. I'm not complaining at all. It's been great, and it's been good. Checking in with you. I don't have much more to say. I'd say that's the end of the podcast. I probably ought to go back and get some more Mexican food and some more tequila, but I don't know. I got hiking tomorrow, and it is an interesting story about hiking 6 miles into this town, not knowing I was going to go down a damn dirt road. The shuttle service tomorrow doesn't even know where to put me, so my man had to tell them where the hell to drop me off on the damn Blue Ridge Parkway. But I ain't complaining now. I got in this town. It might have been a long walk, but it was worth it. I got me a shower now. I got me some beer. I ain't complaining. And I like the damn accents I'm hearing around here. People finally starting to talk like I do. More and more. Virginia is real bad. They almost talk like my brother John. Now, hell, I'm starting to talk like it. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you boys go. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.